3 things are on sale in the grocery store. What are they?
OxyClean.
Yeah. OxyClean. Whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
And the
lots
show. So please come and watch the show for free.
You know what?
We don't even need a
It's
sale.
for free. Free admission.
It's a free admission for the show. All we ask is that if you want to, you give us a 5-star review.
Give
for
us
the
a
show.
little 5-star. Just like, man.
Okay.
Okay, do Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello. Hello.
We'll do that. Hey guys, you're gonna be super excited. We have a guest host to start the show. They're not gonna join us for any of the actual episode, but Mrs. Doubtfire, everybody.
Hello,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Hey,
how's it going?
Yeah, like what are you doing
how's it
here,
going?
and why are you in my house? Goodbye.
Isn't Mrs. Doubtfire kind of like a?
Mrs.
It's
Doubtfire.
kind of creepy. It's like it's a guy who's like, oh,
I want to be close to my kids.
Well, he's like, I want to be close to my kids, but it's also like, his wife divorces him for reasons. There had to be rockiness to that marriage. I mean, we don't see it, right?
Yeah.
And then he decides to dress up like a woman so that he can live in their house with his wife that divorced him.
Yeah.
Like, that's some stalker
It's a
stuff.
little weird.
And then she's trying to, like, get on with it, and he's got, like, a cup against the wall hearing her consummate her new marriage.
I don't think that's in the original,
It's we could remake Mrs. Doubtfire.
Like the
We could remake it as a thriller.
Mrs. Doubtfire 0.5
No, we just call it Mrs. Doubtfire Reboot. It's the time of reboots.
reboot.
And we reboot it as a horror film.
Oh,
And
wow.
he's like she's like she divorces him, right? And then he, dresses up like a woman and tries to, like, he gets back in the house and like he's like taking over and like he's like, "Oh, how you doing, darling?" Right?
That'd be pretty weird.
We get Adam Driver to do it.
You like Adam Driver, eh?
I like Adam Driver.
I think you look like Adam Driver.
That's a bit of an insult.
It's the hair. It's just the hair. You've got nice hair, man.
Well, you know what? Adam Driver, great actor.
What do you mean? Adam Driver ugly to you or something? He's a little ugly to you?
He's a little ugly. he's a Hollywood actor.
Sorry, man. I thought I'd just grace you with a compliment of
I like his hair. He's a very tall individual with a nice physique.
every day.
Every day I wake up and I hope you're dead. See, but that's the thing. I just think of him in those intense moments, right? He never had a lover boy period. Right?
I think
he
of
was
him
a
in
Marine.
Star Wars.
He was a Marine and then just became an actor, right? Whereas, like, Leonardo DiCaprio, arguably, Leonardo DiCaprio is not near as good looking now as he used to be, especially in some of his more dramatic moments.
Yeah.
Wasn't very good looking, right?
Mm-hmm.
But everyone got to look at him as Jack.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He had that romance moment. So he's forever a heartthrob. But, like, Adam Driver was never a heartthrob. So, like,
No,
I just think of him in those dramatic moments. Like, every day I wake up, or when he's, like, crying in the woods.
neither was Sir Ian McKellen, right? Like, I wasn't really...
Yeah, exactly.
I was
Like, he was...
always just
Well,
kind of-
and that's the thing. And it's like, so, like, if I said, you look a lot like Sir Ian McKellen, you wouldn't know how to feel. Because it's like, it's not like he... It's not like... It's
You
not...
look a lot
It's
like
not an
a
insult.
80-year-old knight.
It's not an insult because he's not like an ugly guy, but it's also like he's not like a heartthrob.
No.
It's just like you look like an actor, like you're just a doppelganger.
I'm trying to think of who would have... you look like Nick Jonas.
All right.
He doesn't like
Makes
that
me a
one
little
either.
mad too, yeah.
He doesn't like that one either.
Yeah, you know what? You look like...
You look like Joe Jonas.
I like that one a little more.
You like that one?
I think there's nothing... There's something about... Nick's just got a bit of a pouty face. What about
Jonas
Trevor?
backwards is Sand.
What was that other one? Trevor?
Uh,
Trevor Jonas? The other brother?
like
Third?
Frankie.
No,
Oh,
not Frankie.
Kevin. Yeah.
Trevor.
Trevor. Yeah, man. You've been playing too much GTA.
Yeah, Trevor Jonas.
Trevor.
Be like if I was like, you look a lot like Al Pacino.
Man, okay, that's funny.
It's like
That's
Al
funny.
Pacino's not like a great looking guy. He's not a terrible looking guy.
Oh man.
He's one of the best actors of a generation. Or it's like you look a lot
It's
like.
like, man, you look a lot like John H. Benjamin. You know.
I would take that one right. I'd take that to the bank, man.
Man, you know what John H. Benjamin looks like,
Yeah,
right?
I'd take that to the bank. So look like the Jazz Daredevil.
You know,
Man,
okay, we were talking a little bit about the Trevor with GTA, and I was just thinking about this for a second.
Yeah, let's go back.
But with GTA,
Mhm.
you can do so many things. You can do literally
Just about
anything,
everything, yeah.
right?
You can play tennis.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
And so what's stopping people from just being like, you know, this is my life now.
Some people are.
This is
Some
my
people
life.
do that. Some people do that a little bit.
It's just like Sims. People will just be like building the life.
Yeah.
Build.
No, people,
I got
people like
married.
build their families. Yeah. They
It's
build
just
their
like,
families. They're like,
what?
Here's you, and here's my boyfriend. His name's Philip. And
what they need to do, I think, is that what they need to do with VR.
Yeah.
What they're gonna do is they're gonna make The Sims meet GTA, and then that's just life. I would love to
Scary
do that
stuff,
because
man.
you could just go in there, and maybe this is gonna make me sound insane, but you could go in there and just do everything you wouldn't do in life. So I could just get drunk as shit and just drive down a road and hit pedestrians because like they're fake.
Yeah,
right?
you could. But then where's the
it
reality?
But it feels.
It blurs the lines between reality and.
Well, I mean, you've played VR. It's still very obviously a video game.
Well, it still is, but I mean, eventually, I assume that this stuff is gonna take off, right? And
To
you'll
a point
probably
where you
have a
would feel
VR
feelings
room
and stuff.
where it's all padded. And
Well,
shit.
they actually had stuff where people would wear suits and like if they got hit by a gun, they would get like a gust of air hit them where they got shot in a video
Jeez.
game.
That's
Yeah.
pretty dope.
And they have like treadmills and stuff, so like you actually walk in the space.
What
I'm saying is like I love to just drive around like I do in GTA. Hitting
But what
pedestrians.
would you do? Like, would you just like down a couple beers in real life and then go and play VR, or
Yeah.
would you just
And I would make sure that my
would you
character's
have the
downing them,
VR on at all times?
and the VR's drunk.
And then you would just take out a few drinks in real life and then be drinking while playing VR at the same time.
See, I'd want to get drunk in VR and let the
Right.
game say that I'm drunk. So
Right.
the game would simulate the drunkenness, and I wouldn't have actually drank anything in real life.
Oh, okay.
So like that's because
interesting.
that's what you can do in GTA, right?
Interesting.
You can like take a bunch of shots in your apartment and get drunk,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then go driving around, and it like controls your car for you and stuff a little bit, so you can't control it right,
Right. So
But then you could also just you just jump off a Ferris wheel or steal a helicopter or
my prediction.
have 12 families. I'd have 12 families.
We've discussed this in detail.
Not on the show.
But with
Well, we'll discuss that another show.
with
about
this
my
whole
families.
thing, my
Your fear.
end all or my thesis, the crux of this entire discussion,
The crux.
the whole crux.
The whole crux.
Harry Potter come to die.
So, actually, what you mean is that was funny. That was good. So, what
The
you mean
boy
is
who lived.
the One Ring, because that's the original Horcrux and big ripoff.
Really funny stuff there.
That's not funny. That's true. and I would fight you about that. Another show.
So
Another show.
where was I going? Oh yeah, so with this VR stuff, I eventually envision that we're gonna all have like VR rooms dedicated in our
Yeah.
houses, and we're gonna like pad them with like every wall. There's no windows. They're all padded, and then it's like we're living in our own psychiatric hospital.
VR's fun though.
VR's
VR game's
fun. I got really. I played one time, and I felt really sick.
You weren't sick. It
afterwards.
was depending on the game. Same
Well,
here.
Yes, but I played for a little bit, and I started feeling really sick afterwards, just because it was very motion sickness.
Well, what it is,
type.
it's like I find it's like in those games, like if you're solitary in the space in the game, like you're not walking around, it doesn't bug you as much. But if you're walking in the game but not walking in real life, like your
Mhm.
body doesn't know how to react.
It's really trippy.
Yeah.
Very, very trippy.
Just like I tripped your mom.
It's time to say goodbye
Bye
to
to
Anthony.
Time to say goodbye to the house, 'cause the House Husbands podcast just ended today.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the show. Rate us on Spotify.
And
Yeah,
probably,
we'll-
I think your mom's a nice lady.
yeah.